How's he going to deal with this? Pulls it back to the edge of the box and Ronaldo. McTominay! Manchester United lead against Burnley! Scott McTominay from the edge of the penalty area. Sancho shifts onto his right foot and pokes it home. His second league goal of the season. Jadon Sancho. Greenwood finds Jadon Sancho, who's switched wings. He's into the penalty area. Finds McTominay. McTominay's in the bar. Cristiano Ronaldo. Who else? Right place, right time. Aaron Lennon does well to pick up the loose ball. He's up to the edge of the penalty area here. Aaron Lennon's going to have a go. Oh, he's got one back. It's a great win. Fantastic win for Manchester United. They close 2021 with a victory at Old Trafford. They have beaten Burnley by 3-1.
Glory, glory, Manchester United. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of this podcast. I'll start off this podcast by welcoming you guys into the new year, and I hope you have the best of it. In this episode, we'll be analyzing our last game with Burnley. What was the expectation about the game? I was actually expecting us to bring out a top-class game because we're playing against a team that is in the bottom 3 of the table. So having that in mind, I felt like, this is an opportunity for us to perform and to increase our position on the table. Well, it actually went the way I wanted, but could have actually scored more goals. Well, the match ended 3-1 with McTominay scoring the first goal. Me scored the second goal, which was an own goal, and Ronaldo scored the last goal. All the goals were in the first half match. That means our second half wasn't productive. To the statistics, first analyze the game. We had 57% ball possession and they had 43% ball possession. Imagine against Burnley, we couldn't even make it up to 60% ball possession. But regardless, we did our best. We had 18 total shots and they had 10 total shots. We had 14 chances created, they had 8 chances created. We had 3 big chances and they had 2 big chances. We had 377 accurate passes and they had 275 accurate passes. We had 78% pass success and they had 77% pass success. Now looking at our passes, you can see our accuracy is still very low. I don't know what's wrong with our position on the passes. Why is it so difficult to pass to a destination, like pass on that player correctly without having an interception or probably getting the pass so perfectly? I don't know. Whichever way, just pass the ball to the right player and stop coming up with flimsy passes. It's very disappointing to see our team on this radar of bad passes almost throughout the season already. We're in 2022 and imagine our last game of 2021. We had 5 fouls considered and they had 10 fouls considered. We had 7 corners and they had 5 corners. We had 2 offsides and they had 4 offsides. Honestly, our performance is still low kind of. To the shots, we had 18 total shots and they had 10 total shots. We had 9 shots off target and they had 4 shots off target. We had 6 shots on target and they had 3 shots on target. We both had 3 block shots. None of the shots hit the woodwork, and we had 11 shots inside the box and they had 9 shots inside the box. We had 7 shots outside the box and they had 1 shot outside the box. As I've said earlier in the previous podcast episode, I said if we could increase our shot, we would have more goals, and that's it. And that's what's really happening here, because we've noticed that if we have more shots, we'll likely have more goals, like at least 3 goals upward. Although that's it tells on the precision of our shots, and we have not still perfected or improved our precision on the shot. But regardless, having more shots prone us to have more goals. We had 18 total shots and we have 3 goals. So if we can provide 20 total shots, probably 4, I don't know. To the passes, we had 377 accurate passes and they had 275 accurate passes. We had 186 passes in our own half. They had 128 passes in their own half. We had 191 passes in their half and they had 147 passes in our half. We had 484 total passes. They had 355 total passes. We had 78% pass success and they had 77% pass success. We had 652 touches on the ball and they had 535 touches on the ball. We could have got it to at least 700 or 800 touches at least against Burnley. Imagine what will happen one face seems like Man City, Liverpool. I hope you have any passes. We had 68 long balls. They had 72 long balls. They had 28 accurate long balls. They had 36 accurate long balls. We had 26 crosses and they had 23 crosses. We had 6 accurate crosses and they had 5 accurate crosses. We had 20 throws and they had 12 throws. We both had 45 duels won. We had 9 dribbles attempted and they had 5. We had 6 dribbles succeeded and they had just 1. We had 8 tackles attempted, they had 14 tackles attempted. We had 5 tackles succeeded and they had just 6. We had 21 aerial duels won and they had 25 aerial duels won. They had 5 interceptions, they had 8. No yellow card, no red card. Such a smooth game. Their keeper saved 4, 3 diving save, 1 save inside the box and 1 punch. The guest saved 2, no diving save, 2 inside the box and no punching. So that's that about the analysis of the game. Well, I would say the performance is fair, not even average, but we can do better because we have the machineries, we have quality players. We just left to bring out their best. As a blog post here, it says 3 bold Manchester United predictions for 2022. Let's dive in. Ralph Rangnick at the helm for at least half of 2022. Manchester United will be open for big things heading into the new year. Here are 3 bold predictions for 2022. Okay. Paul Pogba to sign a new long-term contract at Manchester United. For the World Cup winner able to discuss pre-contract terms with foreign clubs regarding a potential free summer transfer in the new year. It currently looks like United could lose Pogba for nothing for the second time during his career. However, Rangnick has already stressed that he will not fight to keep Pogba, which is the right approach to the Frenchman situation, honestly. The German no-nonsense approach very much put the onus on Pogba and his outspoken agent, Mino Raiola, to make their intentions clear. Nevertheless, if United click into gear under Rangnick and go deep in the Champions League, club number 6 could be convinced to sign in a new long-term contract at the club. But football will have to be at the forefront of Pogba's decision. At the age of 28, he may be seeking another big money lucrative move in his career, but it wouldn't be a surprise to see him and Raiola perform a U-turn and put pen to paper with the Reds. Another Rangnick to follow in Solskjaer's footsteps. When Jose Mourinho was sacked in December 2018, club legend Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was hired as the interim manager, tasked with bringing the feel-good factor back to the club and returning some of United's prestigious ethos. The Norwegian dream run as an interim manager, including that night in Paris, left the club with no choice but to appoint the baby-faced assassin as our next permanent manager. Rangnick now finds himself in the same situation as his predecessor, although the German coach has been earmarked to move into a consultancy role for 2 years. Following the conclusion of his spell in interim charge, you cannot rule out lightning striking twice. A 63-year-old could have the same devastating impact his student Thomas Tuchel had at Chelsea and win the Champions League or reach an FA Cup final, as well as finishing in the top 4. Although either Mauricio Pochettino or Erik ten Hag could prove too tempting to turn down. If Rangnick has the same inspiring influence as his compatriot, then can United really say no to extending his time in the dugout? And the last thing to likely happen, Manchester United to sign Erling Haaland. All of the European powerhouses are going to be circling if and when Haaland announces his desire to leave Borussia Dortmund, and although his agent Raiola will likely have a big influence on the Norwegian next destination, United will be open to convince the goal-scoring phenomenon to come to Old Trafford. With Rangnick now at the theatre of dreams, the German could have an influence on Haaland's next chapter after signing him for RB Salzburg from Molde 3 years ago. With 23 goals from 20 Champions League games already, the 21-year-old will be targeting all the records set by the competition all-time goal scorer Cristiano Ronaldo. Playing alongside Ronaldo and being reunited with Jadon Sancho could also prove to have a big pull on Haaland's decision. Now that's that about our blog post on 3 bold Manchester United predictions for 2022. We'll see how it goes. Another post here says 3 exciting players Manchester United should loan out in 2022. Let's dive in. It says Manchester United interim manager Ralph Rangnick said earlier this month that he is open to discussing loan exit for some of his players when the January transfer windows open. Les Parry is in charge of the players who go out on loan from the club and will likely have a say in any potential temporary exit. By January, Ragnick could have had a chance to assess the size and quality of his squad before making a decision on the immediate future of some of his players. Here is a look at 3 players we think would benefit from leaving Old Trafford on loan in 2022. Mengi. Under 23 manager Neil Wood has already said that Mengi will probably depart on a temporary basis in January. He spent the second half of 2020-2021 on loan with Derby in the Championship, but did pre-season with United before sticking around this time around. That has seen him make his Champions League debut. Mengi needs the experience of men's football, where the results matter and the strikers are physical. Jason Bernard, another Central Defensive Academy graduate, is getting exactly that with all right now and impressing. Ahmad was all set to join Feyenoord on loan in the summer before injuries struck at the worst possible time. United's vast array of attacking options means the Ivorian wonderkid has played just one senior game this season, and Anthony Elanga looks ahead of him in terms of young forwards in the pecking order. The prospect of him going on loan mid-season looked on the cards while Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was United manager, and Ragnick may be thinking along the same lines. Ahmad has huge talent who has not played a lot of senior football for Atlanta or United in his career so far. That needs to change, and a January loan makes sense. Dean Henderson. Henderson's start to the season was derailed by catching COVID, and David De Gea form since has turned last season's battle for the number 1 spot into a non-event this time around. An 18-month loan has been mooted and makes sense, as it will give Henderson a proper shot at the England squad for the 22 World Cup by getting an extended period of regular football. Henderson still has the ability to become United's long-term goalkeeper, but given he has seemingly low prospect of dislodging De Gea in the short term, he needs to go somewhere and play. Matches have been linked, which would be an interesting opportunity for him to continue his footballing education. Tom Heaton is an experienced deputy, so United will not be leaving themselves light. The goalkeeper is supremely confident in his own ability and must be disappointed by how the season has gone so far. Getting out and playing somewhere else is the best solution for all parties. Oh yeah, I think so for Henderson. And that's that about the blog post of this episode. See you guys in the next episode. In the next game, we'll be facing Wolves and we'll be wishing the best for our team. Alright, to the next episode, remain red. Before, after, and forever, be red.